Hello, and welcome to some more split screen racing against my girlfriend. Of course, the top view is myself, and the bottom you can see my girlfriend in the Mercedes. Today we are driving around Spain and Australia, so if you like that, subscribe. We are on our way to 500 subscribers, and it's lights out, and away we go. She is starting in P8, I thought it was, and I was starting in P10. As you can see, she takes the outside line. I go down the inside, try to overtake a lot of cars. She has a good start as well because the outside worked for once. That doesn't always work, but she made it work. And we can go now into P1. We can finally get away from the back. It's still 0% AI. It's the most fun to drive at because then you're more with the two of you instead of with AI. And yeah, Spain of course has some changes as I'm drifting through the track. You can see she bumped into me, but that was my fault. So now she's into the lead, and we'll see some changes for the lead in the next few laps as we made some mistakes. But now through the new part of the track, as you can see, for her it wasn't that difficult as she didn't have the muscle memory of anything with the old layout. But for me it was really weird because I wanted to brake and steer in where I usually brake and steer in. But it just didn't work like that, and it was really weird. I turned in too fast, got on the curb, and then went wide. Luckily, it didn't crash out. As you can see, now my girlfriend, she is going wide, and that means that we are back into the lead. It's a lot of fun when you're doing split screen, and to be honest, I haven't really seen it on YouTube as we are now trying to do it right. Yes, we can do it right for once, but I haven't really seen any split screen on YouTube so far. So maybe this is just my new idea of content on F1 23. As you can see, we are driving against Nico Hülkenberg, bringing him his first win ever, or actually just his first podium. So I think that should be possible, of course, with the two of us now fighting. But she's actually catching up as she was quite fast on this track compared to me. Of course, I'm on the controller, she's on the steering wheel, and I only have the line full traction control as I went wide and made a beautiful drift back on track, by the way. I have full traction control and I have manual gears with recommended gear, and she has almost all of the assist still on. But that's not the reason, of course, why she is so fast. Because if you can drive, you won't be able to do laps like this in a 119. Of course, you can go a lot faster with a 118.2 as I'm now doing. And yeah, you can see in lap 5 she is once again in front, and I managed to not catch up to her. Of course, on the controller is really difficult, by the way, to actually do it right on this game. I don't really like driving on the controller on this game, but as long as I don't have my second steering wheel, I will be driving on the controller, of course, as we are now going to Australia. The reason why we're at Australia is because in the F1 22 game, she liked Australia very much. So that's why we are here with a perfect start for her, already up into P2. We have to sit behind Leclerc and Ocon, so we are still back down in P10. But she has a great start, but she noticed, as she goes down the inside of the leader, that there were a few corners that just felt different. Of course, they weren't really that different. As you can see, she was drifting a bit through the corners as she collided with Max Verstappen. But the corners weren't really that difficult, or not difficult, I meant different. But it's just because of the handling model that is so different that gave her like a weird vibe to get through some of these corners as we get up into P3 as well. So yeah, we are still behind her. She is going wide once again. This is one of these corners, and you can see she was going left to right a lot of the time, and she was asking me like, why did that happen? Why is that movement so annoying? But it is because she still has the steering wheel, or she has the steering assist enabled. And that steering assist just wants you to get to the racing line. But if you're fighting, as I spin around by the way, if you're fighting with people like the AI, they stick on that green line as well. So through corners you can't actually do any other lines because you will spin out. Because if you are not on that line and you try to do a different line, the car will automatically take you there, but you want to counter steer that and then you automatically spin. So that's what I noticed after a few laps here in this Australian Grand Prix, of course. So yeah, hopefully she can learn to drive the tracks fast without any problems like the steering assist. As I was trying to get past her, but constantly when I tried to go somewhere, she was right in front of me. So I decided to wait until she auto-recovered, and then I could go once again. Of course, the auto-recovery gives you a great advantage compared to if you just save the car and move on, because it will give you a lot of time that you've lost. It will give you that back, as you can see, once again going wide in this corner, and we go into P3 once again. But as she is back on track, you can see me crashing. So it's a lot of crashes here in Australia. Of course, my first laps in Australia in the new game. And of course, with controller, I don't use it that much. So it's still really weird for me to drive with it as well. But yeah, it's a lot of fun driving split screen. Of course, if you only have one PC or PlayStation where you can do it, well, then it's also a lot of fun to do it with your girlfriend or with your brother, sister, or just of friends who don't have the F1 game but want to play it for just once. As you can see, this was a perfect example. You can play it back of what I meant by the steering assist, because she just tried to counter steer, but it just did a double counter steer, which made it like really difficult to stay to move straight, and she just flipped around. So she was getting pretty annoyed with it as she went through the gravel here as well. But yeah, can she overtake Alonso as I spin around in the final corner? But I just wait for the auto recovery so that I won't lose any positions. But unfortunately, she's going to stay in P6. Carlos Sainz wins the race as we cross the line, put in the fastest lap. She goes and moves up into P6, and that's the finish for her as well. To be honest, I like driving split screen, so if you want to see some more split screen in F1 23, let me know, and then I'll make some more videos about it. But that's it for today. If you want to see some more videos, subscribe to the channel. We are, as I said at the beginning, on our way to 500 subscribers. It would mean the world to me if we got to 400 before July starts. As we only need 24 or 23, I don't know when this gets uploaded, how many subscribers we are on. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.